Yeah.
This is Susan's horse, Callie, Susan Zerwick. We're both getting ready to go into a dressage show next week, and she's taken off her running martingale and her drop noseband, but when I saw her going down the rail, she's taking, I call this seesawing. When you take your hands and go like this, it doesn't work, but you don't have to believe me because a lot of people do it and it appears to work. So let's just set that aside. I don't seesaw. If I'm making a right-hand turn, my outside rein is set, and I pull on my inside. If my horse leans on the bit, I kick them, they raise their head, I pull on one rein. One rein, one rein. And that's how you ride without a running martingale. The reason I let people ride with the running martingale is because nobody's going to take 2 years worth of, lessons 6 days a week to really learn how a horse moves. So, if I pick up these reins and I put pressure on either rein, I want her nose to come back in. And there she's a little bit slower than she was the last time I rode her. But that was nice. I put pressure on the rein, she said, and then I moved my legs and I went bump up and she said, that's right. Because what you didn't see is a few minutes ago on camera, I picked up the rein. She totally forgot I was rider number one, and I had to pull her around and kick her. Every time her head came up, instead of pulling on her and saying, please Lord, let her head go down, I pulled on one rein and I kicked her. So she started saying, head up, Jean's going to pull me around. If I drop, she'll leave me alone. Head up. Jean's going to pull me around, I'll drop, and I keep my head down. So we've just finished working the left direction where I tied the outside rein around the saddle horn to show that I don't seesaw and I don't pull on it. When I make circles, I only use my inside rein. I don't even use my outside leg. I teach the horse where I put my weight is where they're going to turn, and I open doors so horses will go through the doors. Now between you, me, and the fence post, when I got a $25 class sitting on it and the horse is distracted the outside, I might add a little outside leg. But see, then if I do that, that horse goes, whoa, she's pushing me on the outside, and that horse is going to turn. So I don't use my legs on standard big turns. I usually use my legs on pivots or get your ribs over. So again, I want her to give to the bit, picking up my, oh yeah, now, see, I got an instant reaction, and there's my good reaction. And there's my pull, and when I kicked her, if she had raised her head and jutted her nose out, you would have seen me pull on one rein, and since I've decided I'm going to go to the right, it would have been my right rein. That's all. So, I've got her in the bridle. I'm going to walk off. Now, the reason I did that, because I could tell, not only was she not walking off, but she's going to throw her nose when she walked off. I want her to come back in the bridle. And just so you know, I haven't ridden this horse in how long, Susan? A long time.
Yeah, quite a while.
Now watch. I want her in the bridle. I want her to walk off. Now, there's my walk off without her nose going out. She's hesitating, but I don't care because she had to think about it. So now, I'm going to keep her head in the right position by working my right rein, not my left. So real quick, I'm going to show you what not to do. Don't do this. I call this jiggle bit. Don't do that. So I'm going to tie this rein here so you can see I'm not using it. Please do not tie your rein to the saddle horn. I'm simply doing that to prove that I am not loosening up on my outside rein. So I'm asking her to trot. And that's a nice transition. I'm going to go between these two horses. I asked her to follow her nose, and then she looked like she was going to make too small of a circle, so I pushed her shoulder over. So if I'm making a circle, this rein does not touch her neck right here. So my rein, it might bounce on her neck, but it's not touching her neck. So I'm going to make a circle around the camera. Make a circle around the camera, going out her shoulder. This is where it's hard to get into exactly where you're going when you haven't been riding the horse regular. If she moves to her right, I'm going to push this rein across and tell her to go out. And you notice I'm not up. I'm going to allow that. I was pulling my leg off to show you I wasn't using the leg pusher out. I just taught her very well to move her shoulder when my hand comes over her crest. She's very light that way. I can add my leg if I want. And of course I add my leg when I'm training the horse. But she's doing pretty good. So, then, when I tried to show you that I wasn't using my leg to push her shoulder out, she said, well, that's a stop signal. I'm not mad at her for stopping, you know? So now I'm going to pick up my reins again. yielded a bit. Oh, much better yield. I want her to walk off. She hesitated and says, okay, I think I know, and she's still hesitating. But see, my walk off is I take a breath of air, I tighten my buttons, and I shove my belly button forward. She's pulling on me. Every time she pulls, I'm going to use my leg to kick her off. Every time. So I'm going to tie this around the saddle horn again so that you can see I'm not using it. So if I want her to turn right, rein off the neck, open the right door, and this is my right turn. And if I want a sharp right, I walk back on my pockets. But every time she moves the direction I want, I loosen up on that bit. So again, I don't use my outside rein. Now I want her to go forward. So I asked her to go forward, and that was pretty good considering I haven't been riding her. And this hand would be right here if I was holding the rein. So I'm going to work on that circle again. Big circle. I just want to see her eyelashes. So I work on looking for her eyelashes because I'm working a big circle. Working a big circle. If she collapses in on her circle, so I'm asking her to, I go like this, and she's going to move out on that circle. So I asked her to collapse in. And I do a ton of just plain old looking on that eyelash and getting the exact circle I want. And here's where I can't really keep the rein on the saddle horn because it's hard to control exactly what I want without, if I have a bigger circle, then I'm probably going to have her head out straighter. Now, she likes to charge every fourth step. When she charges every fourth step, if she's collapsed to the inside, I pull on my outside rein. But Susan's been told that this horse won't trot slow, and I can get her to trot slow. See, there's the charge, there's the no charge. There's the charge, there's the no charge. There's the charge, there's the no charge. No charge, no charge, no charge. Now, I'm aware her head is low, but when I was riding her regular, she raised her head and trotted slow. So they're going to lower their head for a while, and if you keep hauling them back, fine, they're going to keep their head low. But I would raise her head if I was riding her constantly by doing like this. See how her head came up?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not going to do that again because she's getting tired. So I'm going to throw away her reins and let her relax. But she's not used to being in this position for a long period of time doing our collection stuff. Okay? But you see how easy it was for me to get her slow, and I'm just working in one direction.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm working with all these other horses, I could go play follow the leader with this horse. So I'm going to play follow the leader with, I'm putting her in the bridle, and I'm going to trot and catch up to Nick. Correcting with my left rein. She's outside my line, that's okay. Charging, correcting with my left rein. She's doing good, doing good. I'm making her make a little bigger circle. Oh, not really. She can trot as slow as Nikki. Go a harder left. Harder left again. Cut in front of Susan. I rock back on my pockets to get her to crunch her stride. Now I'm sitting in neutral. Now I'm working my right rein. And she's charging. Kicking, kicking. Leaving her alone. Leaving her alone. So you see, you just saw her pull out of the bridle. She knows that I will pull on those reins and I will kick until she gets back in the bridle. So it's not a fight. Now I'm letting her trot a little faster because we're losing distance. Hard to talk and keep doing what I want. Okay, that's good help. Make a right hand reverse and I'm going to lose. Right hand reverse. Make it look like a real team. Right hand reverse. Yeah. Now I'm in front. Very nice. Now I'm going to get after her for the ears. She tender ears, and I don't know if that showed up on camera, but she looked behind her. Now she's really charging. Leaving her alone. Leaving her alone. Okay, I want you to branch off. Don't follow me anymore. Go down the rail. Because I don't want to deal with her ears right now. But see, this is, now I want her to walk. That was nice, kind of. And I want her in the bridle, and I want her stretched down. There's stretched down, so I don't want her in the bridle. I want her walking stretched down. Obviously, she does this really well, too.
Yep.
And I'm just simply bumping with my legs a little bit to keep her moving, and now I want her to stop. So, note to self, we need to get a horse trotting behind her. Not before the show, but we need to fix that.